My boss fired me, so I ruined his life. I had been working at Vertex Technologies for 9 years, climbing my way up from entry-level programmer to senior software engineer. My performance reviews were always stellar, and I'd received multiple awards for my contributions to the company's flagship products. Everything changed when Marcus took over as our department head. From day one, he seemed to have it out for me. He'd question my decisions in front of the team, assign me impossible deadlines, and take credit for my ideas during executive meetings. I tried to be professional, keeping my head down and focusing on my work. Last month, my father had a severe stroke. The doctors weren't sure if he'd make it, so I requested 2 weeks of emergency family leave to be with him in another state. HR approved it, and I stayed in touch with my team throughout. Miraculously, Dad pulled through, though his recovery would be long. When I returned to work, Marcus immediately called me into his office. There was someone else sitting there, a young guy I'd never seen before. "This is Kyle, your replacement," Marcus said with a smirk. "What do you mean replacement? I was on approved leave," I replied, confused. Marcus leaned back in his chair. "Your position requires reliability. 2 weeks is excessive, and frankly, we can't afford these disruptions. Clean out your desk by the end of the day." I was stunned. 9 years of loyalty ended because I needed to be with my dying father. As I packed my things, my coworkers whispered sympathies but kept their distance, afraid for their own jobs. That night, I remembered something crucial. I still had my company laptop, and my access credentials hadn't been revoked yet. Marcus had been so eager to get rid of me that he'd forgotten standard termination protocols. What Marcus didn't know was that over the years, I'd kept detailed records of his questionable practices, not because I planned to use them, but because I needed to protect myself. There were emails where he directed me to manipulate quarterly reports to hide cost overruns, screenshots of him ordering the team to use unlicensed software to save money, documentation of him sexually harassing female employees and then threatening their positions when they complained. And most damning of all, evidence that he was secretly selling our proprietary code to a competitor for personal profit. I spent 3 days organizing everything into a comprehensive report with irrefutable evidence. I didn't go to HR, they reported directly to Marcus. Instead, I sent the complete dossier to the board of directors, the company's legal team, and the FBI's cybercrime division since the code theft crossed state lines. Then I carefully removed all traces of my access and waited. Within 48 hours, all hell broke loose. FBI agents showed up at the office. Marcus was escorted out in handcuffs, his face plastered across local news. The company's stock temporarily dropped 20% before stabilizing once the board announced Marcus's termination and a full internal investigation. 3 weeks later, I received a call from the company's CEO herself. "We owe you an apology," she said. "What Marcus did was not only unethical, but illegal. We've reviewed your performance history and would like to offer you not just your old position back, but a promotion to Director of Software Development with a 40% salary increase." I considered declining, but I loved the work and my team. "I'll accept on one condition," I replied. "The company implements a comprehensive ethics reporting system where employees can safely document misconduct without fear of retaliation." She agreed immediately. I returned the following Monday to applause from my former team. Marcus is now facing 15 years in federal prison for corporate espionage and fraud. Sometimes justice doesn't come from the system. Sometimes you have to package it so neatly they have no choice but to act on it.